flip the script a little bit and tell you, let you know what's going on in the world of innovation and innovative ideas and creative concepts that are set to change the way you do life. And so we want to allow the gentleman here to introduce himself. As you can see, we already set up. It's an online tracking system, but he's going to tell you more about it. And I know it looks like Google Earth, but he's going to tell us a little bit about it. So introduce yourself to the Kenyan populace.
Thank you very much, Willis. My name is Godfrey Karanja, and I run a company called Motozone International Limited. We do vehicle tracking and fleet management. That's what you're seeing over here. Right. Basically, it's an aspect of getting to control your car. Whenever the car leaves you with your friend, with your driver, or anybody else, what we do is basically give you a tool that gets you back in control. And like the way somebody will come and tell you, Willis, I'm stuck in Nevada and I don't know what I'm making today, so I cannot be able to bring back your car. With this tool or with this system, you'll be able to know where the car is and what it's doing at any given time. Yes.
All right. So when did you start? Like, what drove you to start this? Do you have a background in IT, or how did it get here?
Yes. I have a background in IT, especially in online web development. What drove me to do vehicle tracking? It's the aspect of people having to control their vehicles. Because once the car leaves your place, your home, your office, or any distribution point, the only thing that keeps you in touch is the tracking system. So that need to have people know where the car is at any given time. That connection is basically what drove me to having such a innovation.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe, beg your pardon, you can walk us through like how it works. I guess we can walk us through what are we looking at right now.
What you're looking at is the main tracking system, the main tracking portal. This is actually my car.
Okay.
So you're tracking me.
Okay.
All right. From here, what you're seeing is the device name. That will be the registration number of the car, and then we have the status, whether the engine is either on, off, or moving.
Okay.
Then we have the alarm. The alarm is delivered to your either phone or any portable device in the event that the car is either started or it's overspeeding or...
Oh, you can even check the
Yes.
speed. So I guess let's ask before we get here, we are seeing speed, the status of the car, ignition go on and off, so there's a gadget on the car.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's the transponder. That's the tracking, the main unit itself.
Right.
So once it is installed, it's configured to the online system through the server database, which in return gives the end user the data he needs or she needs.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's how you can tell.
Yes, that's how you can be able to get all that. All right. So we continue. Then, if the car is moving, of course, that will be if the engine is on and the car is moving, you'll be able to know at what speed the car is moving at. This is the odometer reading. That's basically the kilometers covered since the installation of the tracking device. Then you have the last report. That's when the last time the vehicle sent data. And then, of course, we have the latitude and the longitude. That's the location itself. The altitude and the location of the car, where is it at the moment where the car is.
So right now you can see like it's right here. It's parked right out here. We're going to be looking at it a little bit later on as well, as you explain some more features outside. So now you can on media services, right?
So that's just basically the part one.
Okay.
Or getting to know where the location is. Then we have more data from the car, and this is where it's not about just tracking. It's about getting to know what your car is doing and what it's been doing. So what you're going to see next is basically the recent status of the vehicle, which is the device name, the group and all that. But you can see the device is online, the serial number, and when it was created, and the last time the vehicle sent data. So as a user, at any given time you can log in and get to know whether your vehicle is actually active or it's not active. If it's not active, then you get to establish what's going on.
So you would be logging on to this website?
Yes, as a user.
As a user?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Then from the recent status, you have the journey reports. That's basically the data from when the car was started, where, how far it has gone, the kilometers covered, and all that. All right. So we start from today. You can see the total odometer reading for today. The distance I've covered today is 18.02 kilometers. The driving time has been 1 hour 2 minutes. Idling time 19 minutes. Parking time, basically I start calculating from when I parked to the operation of the car up to Gioni. Then to start doing the subtraction of the time. Yeah. Then the maximum speed I've traveled with today.
So ulikuwa sawa.
Nilikuwa
sababu NTSA inazokuwa ina watch. Ni muhimu sana. Tuko sawa sisi. Hatuvunji sheria.
Yeah, true. And also, if the device was connected to the fuel sensor, you'll be able to know like how much fuel I have in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
This is good for people who
yes.
driver gari.
Yes, the point-to-point deliveries, people who do the long haulage and all that, this is what they need. And then of course, if we had the fuel sensor fitted, we'll be able to calculate, depending on the cost of fuel as at now, how much the trip has costed. Alright?
Okay, so you go up to Randegua. Very good.
Yeah, right? Yes. So from there you can be able to see what time I started the car. That was about 5:57.
So immediately
the moment you just put on.
So if like you now, since the ignition is off, if you go back now and
it will still add the data here.
Oh, so it's generating
the data is generated this way. Every time you put the ignition on and then you put the ignition off, the system records. Even if you move like 200 meters, because this is what will determine what we get at the end of the day as the total odometer reading of the vehicle. Alright. So from where I started the journey to where I ended the journey, how long it took, the maximum speed, and then the distance, then at the end, the idling time. Then the second leg of the journey, I started the car at 6:18, the same location, and then I ended up at Malim Juma Road, which is here.
Right.
It took 42 minutes. The speed was 79. The distance was 17.2, and then the idle time was 5 minutes. Right.
Alright.
So that's basically the data we've gotten for that. Right. So we can also be able to get the driving status report from the car. Remember, all this is provided to you to be able to manage your car easily. Unlike a scenario whereby you will have to call the driver and ask him like where you are, because we need to do the next delivery. Now when you have a tracking system, everything changes. You understand? From asking questions to demanding answers. Because when you don't have a tracking system or fleet management system, the question will be uko wapi and unafanya nini. You understand? But then when you have a tracking system, everything changes. Uko Motito one day unafanya nini. You understand? And how long, because you already know how long.
Nimekata hapa dakika 5 lakini hapa idling naona ume idle sana.
Yes. Right. So you'll be able to do all that. So what you have here is the driving status. We're going to start with the chart first. You'll be able to see the idling time in terms of percentage. Accessories on. Idling is when the ignition is on but the car is not moving. Accessories is when the drivers are listening to basically music and the likes. Parking, the car is not doing anything. Running is when the tires imeanza kuzunguka. That's the actual running. And then ignition on is when the car is on ignition but it's not doing anything. Alright? So that's what you get. You can see the charts in terms of minutes or hours. You always get to display here. But then you can always come down to the table where you'll be able to get the events with the locations. Right? If the car was idling or it was putting ignition on, where was that? Alright? If the car was idling, where was that and how long did it take? Alright? If the car was running, where was it? Alright? So all this information is for you to be able to account to everything that's happening to your car. Alright? So it goes all the way down up to the end.
So these are generated every
25 seconds.
So you get a report at the end of the day, or rather at the end of the day you can
every time, so long as there's an activity with the car at any given time, you can always be able to access the data. Yes. Alright. This goes on for a period of 6 months. So because now this is stored as part of the historical tracks for the car or from the car. So at any given time, if you'd like to get to know where the car was doing what at any given time, you can always go online, download, and argue your case in cases where the driver tells you I wasn't here, I wasn't doing this and all that. Alright. Now the final one will be the alerts. These alerts, the system, we have something called push notifications, just like the way you
pop up like on the phone.
Okay. Just like WhatsApp or anything like that. So the system, when you install the mobile applications on your phone, either on iOS or Android, it has a capability of sending you the data through push notifications. So all this data, when it's being sent on your phone, at the same time, it's stored for you so you can access it at any given time. So the type of push notifications you get is SOS, in case somebody is in distress. Okay. There is the external power disconnect. That's when the car is disconnected from the main power or the battery. The overspeed, engine on.
Very important.
Okay. Geofence.
Yes.
Okay. Geofence is when you want your car to be operating in a certain geographical area.
Okay. So once you use that area, it alerts you.
It sends you an alert. We have the point of interest, POI. Those are the places where you are like, I don't staki gari yangu ende Kayole and the likes, or such places. You get also, if the car is being towed, you'll be able to know. Fuel leakage, for the cases of where the fuel sensor has been installed and you need to know whether the fuel tank is working properly. Vibration, this one works on when the car is being driven on rough terrain.
Okay.
So you'll be able to know. Simtokwambianga mi bado niko tao. Such info. So all this is delivered through the phone, and at the same time it's always available online.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so that basically covers this. So this is now, like you said, push notification. So it's connected to a phone. Is it an application?
An application, yes.
Okay.
So once like we install for you the system, we'll just give you the name of the application on Play Store. You just go download. The same username you will use on the web portal is the same username you use on the Android app or iOS. Now the app, the basic purpose of the app is not everybody who has an access to a laptop, an iPad, and the likes every time, or a computer or an office. Those guys who are doing the mahaslas, ile biashara hakuna ofisi, but I'd like to control my car, I'd like to run my car the way I want. So the application comes in handy, because the only thing you need is to connect the data. The same info you're seeing here. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So you get this, you still get it on the phone. But on a much simplified version. Okay. Yes, but it's everything that you see here, that's what you get. But the alerts now come through push notifications. Yes. You can also assign the alerts to come in form of an email. You can activate an email alerts. You can also do a text, whereby you put a number, you activate alerts to be coming through a text, or you can stick to the push notification. It's basically you choose, because there are 3 ways of delivering the alerts. Okay. Yes. To you. All right. And then so this tracking system, you said it's for what happens after the 6 months? Like is it stored somewhere? No. You see, the data is always available for 6 months. Okay. So every 6 months there will be data. But if you get the 7th month, mwezi moja inatolewa. So you only get. So okay. Yeah. Oh, that's, I thought 6 months. About 36 months. All right. Okay. So of course we're going to be. I don't know. Is there any other feature online before we move on? I might have forgotten. Let me see. See whether we can get one more feature. The odometer is the number of the distance. The distance covered basically on a daily basis. Yeah. So ideally, if this was now mine, this would be the device name. That would be the device registration, right? The registration number of the car. Okay. The device. The device is identified through the EMI number, just like a phone. Yes. You can see the one that starts with 35 and all that. But you see now, there's no way. If you're having like 10 vehicles, all of them can identify through EMI. That's quite crazy. So what you do, the registration number acts as the device name. Okay. All right. So this is basically the mileage report. You basically be able to see, like today we've covered 18.2 kilometers, and then Uku. This is basically the speed graph. Yes. So ukipita 100 unapata set. So me a message. Yes. So the user is the one who decides the owner of the car. Okay. I want my car to be driven at a speed of 65, 80, 100, 150. So every time ikipita hapo, you get a notification. Yes. All right. So what else can you do? Of course, you're going to go outside in a short while. But what can you do
you know, in terms of security to the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's fitted with a tracking device or not?
If it's fitted.
If it's fitted with a tracking device, of course the first thing or the first instinct will be to check where it is.
Right.
Or where it is basically. For us, we do facilitate the recovery, but you need to register at a police station. You need to go and make an official report with the with the OB number. Then we'll be able to facilitate the recovery. You know, it's not like Kitambo. You know, Kitambo, the recoveries of vehicles used to be dramatized. You have to go following the car, and all that. But nowadays, thanks to the Kenya Police, especially the CID department and the Fire Squad, it's been made easy. So this is the process how it goes. You woke up, you found that your car is missing, and you've known the location. The best thing to do is to consult us. So what we do, we get the OB number, we call our contact CID office, which we mostly use Parkland. They're very helpful. Then it's up to them to liaise with the next team or the closest team to where the car is.
Right.
Once they are able to confirm, like we will be in the location in the next like 5 or 6 or 10 minutes, that's when we mobilize or you stop the car. Remember, the goal here is to make sure that we've recovered the car safely. But you know, if you wake up right now, you've not used that process, then uzime gari yako, chances are utakuta maybe iko vandalized and all that. Yeah, but our main goal is to make sure that we've gotten the car, it's very much safe, and whoever stole ama mwenye ako nayo pia yeye ameshikwa.
All right. Yeah. So of course we're going to show you that practically outside in a little bit. Sorry, beg your pardon. We also have another segment with Chef Ali as well. So we're going to toss it back to them, and then we're going to as they prepare their meal. Tutakuwa tunaona vile unasimamisha gari na ukishasimamisha gari sipio unaweza kula ama namna gani. Alright, we want to toss it over to that side. We're back with Karanja outside, and he's going to show us practically how they immobilize the vehicle. But for now, though, over to you, Joey and Chef. And back.